Dallas Cowboys are on the clock right now. Tom, a B-plus grade from you at this juncture. Where are they going now? Maybe D-line?
I think they're looking defensive line. Safety, maybe. They do need a tight end, but I don't know if they're going to reach for a guy like a Dalton Schultz or a guy like a Durham Smythe out of Stanford or Notre Dame, respectively. I want a defensive lineman here. I did not want them to ever go Mo Hurst in round one. We were told that Mo Hurst is on the Cowboys draft board. He could end the slide here. The Cowboys could end the slide. I would love it there. You still need a nose guard. I would like Tim Settle. Tim Settle has slid because of some athletic concerns, had great production this year. He's very, very young out of Virginia Tech. I would have my eyes on a defensive lineman here. Worry about tight end later. Maybe try and even trade for somebody after the draft. I think the value is much, much better for defensive linemen. The need is there as well. That's the route I would go. Hurst or Settle would be my selection there. I'm excited to see what they end up doing here, though. I would focus on the defensive line at DT.
Would a reach, or a selection, I should say, for a tight end right now be a reach?
I think it would be. I don't mind Smythe and Schultz, but I think it's a little bit too early for both of these guys.
All right, the pick is in for the Dallas Cowboys here, and you see that they have addressed the linebacker position with Leighton Vander Esch. They addressed edge rusher now with Dorance Armstrong Jr. out of Kansas.
I don't like passing on a defensive lineman. This is insurance in the event that DeMarcus Lawrence leaves, and there's definitely upside with Dorance Armstrong, but you might get Randy Gregory back. I don't like this pick here. He played at a position for Kansas. You see the 2 sacks this year. That's pretty bad there. But you go back to what he did in 2016, 20 tackles for loss and 10 sacks. This is a potential upside pick. He reminds me of Tack McKinley, but he's slower there. Faced a lot of double teams. He's not that big either. I thought he'd be best in a 3-4 scheme. I don't love this one. I think it's a little bit of a reach. I thought he should have waited in round 4, number 136 overall. There are really good defensive linemen on the board. Taking Dorance Armstrong makes me a little bit concerned, Cam, that maybe you're not going to have DeMarcus Lawrence next year. You have Taco Charlton there. You signed Coney Ely. If you're a Dayton Jones, if you're a Charles Tapper, I don't think you're going to have one of those guys on the roster there. I don't love this pick. The upside is there. He's one of my best edge guys left. I am a big fan of Armstrong overall. I don't like the fit, though. I don't like this pick for the Cowboys. You had defensive linemen on the board. They would have fit bigger needs there for the Cowboys.
Mike's saying that the Cowboys don't need a tight end. There's Rico.
Mike, I know everyone loves Rico because he was great in the preseason. The knock on Rico, and this is from, I think I've heard a lot from Cowboys people that cover the Cowboys, they don't trust him. I don't think that Rico is guaranteed a roster spot. The upside is there. He's a bad blocker. He's very, very raw. The Cowboys have hyped up Blake Jarwin before they've hyped up Rico Gathers. I don't think there's a guaranteed shot that he's on the roster next year. The Cowboys need more help there. I hope Rico develops, but it's not a sure thing right now. He's still very, very raw. Cowboys don't trust him.
All right, the Cowboys go edge rusher Dorance Armstrong Jr. out of Kansas.